Next up on the 2024-2025 CVC Winter Sports Media Day Tour is the Cardinal Huskies girls basketball team. Head coach Kim Doman. Coach, thanks for being here. I know last year was a building year, a learning year. This year you're coming back. I believe you return everybody. So I think you were a pretty young squad last year. But just coming in, how excited are you for another campaign with so many returning players?
I'm excited. Oh,
That's okay. I'm excited about this year. We do have everybody returning, so it's going to be great. I'm excited because we added another coaching staff to the girls basketball, which is John Cummins. I'm sure you know
I
him, and
know him, yes.
a lot of other people, but I'm just excited because I think the girls, they were so young last year. They were freshmen, but now coming into it, they know what's going on. They've learned a lot last year, and they know what to expect. And a lot of people took advantage of us, and now it's kind of like a payback time. So I'm very excited for this year.
And just coming in, last year it was tough on the mental side. Just nobody likes to. I can't remember what you started out before you won a game, but it took a little bit of time for the girls to kind of find their way. Do you sense a different mentality in this preseason compared to last year, just based on that? Just now that they have that experience.
Yes, I do actually. This group of girls, I've been with them since 8th grade, and they are a team that is very connected with each other. And they're the type of girls that don't back down from a challenge. And yes, they were young last year. They were all freshmen, but like I said, they've got a year underneath their belt, and they're looking to turn some heads this year. So I'm excited for that.
Excellent. All right, Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk with the girls. I'll start right to your left. For the folks at home, introduce yourself, name, grade, and position.
I'm Natalie Soltis. I'm in 10th grade, and I play point guard and guard.
So, Natalie, coming in, you were a freshman last year on a team filled with freshmen. Do you feel like that season was so long ago? I mean, you guys grew up a lot last year. And like I said, it took a little bit of time, but once you found your way, you played a lot of competitive games. You weren't getting all the wins, but you were a lot more competitive. Do you sense that this team is a lot more grown up than last year?
Yes, I think so because we all know what's coming, so we can prepare more and prepare the younger girls.
Obviously, the wins didn't come last year. What did you and your teammates do to kind of stay mentally sharp? I mean, a lot of times when you get into some losing streaks, it's hard to stay focused and to get out there and be inspired to play. What did you and your teammates do to change that?
We just practice harder and just would think how it would affect us in the upcoming years.
What did you think your team learned last year that's going to help a lot this year?
We learned the faster pace high school basketball is from 8th grade basketball, and the other teams mentality and what they are here for.
Who have been some of the girls that have been impressive to you in the preseason, just with their work ethic and the way they've performed in practice?
Ivy Kaminsky, she's a really good player, and I feel she just shines on the court.
All right. And what kind of goals do you have for this season for yourself and for your team?
To connect more together and just to keep our heads up.
All right. Well, good luck to you this year. And now on to Coach's right. Name, grade, and position.
I'm Olivia Krebs. I'm in 10th grade, and I play a post.
All right. So, Olivia, coming in last year as a freshman, you were on a team full of freshmen. What were your expectations at the beginning of the year?
Honestly, I didn't have very high expectations. I knew that we were all freshmen and weren't going to be playing a bunch of other freshmen. And I knew that we were in for a long season, but we all kept our heads high and kept going.
How much did that year of experience help you as a player just coming into this year?
I think it helped me a lot. I kind of realized how much faster basketball is in high school than it was in middle school. And I think the whole team kind of realized that too.
What do you think is going to be the biggest strength to this year's team?
I think the biggest strength to this year's team is our relationships. I think that we all work very well together, and we just have good relationships on the team.
I know last year was tough, especially on the mental side, just kind of battling through that. But in 2 years, when this team is full of 4-year starters as seniors, there's going to be so much potential. Is that something that this team has talked about? Just knowing that, hey, no matter what happens this year or next year, we have that senior year to be ready for.
I think that's definitely like a thought in all of our heads, and that's kind of what's keeping us all going. Um, yeah, that's just something very exciting to look forward to.
On a team filled with young players, somebody needs to step up and be the leader. Who is that girl or girls have been this year?
I think those girls have been Emily Pleva and Ivy Kaminsky. They're both very vocal leaders, and they always have good attitudes. They're always here and ready to go.
All right, what are your goals for the season, both individually and as a team?
My goals are just to keep growing, keep pushing, get through the season. As a team, I think it's just the same thing, keep going, and just, yeah, get through the season.
All right, well, good luck to you this year. Let's go to your right. Name, grade, and position.
I'm Madeline Grant. I'm in 10th grade and I play a guard.
All right, Adeline, so coming in, you got a year of experience under your belt already playing varsity basketball. How did you develop as a player last year?
I feel like I developed as a player last year by just reading the game more because if I'm being honest, I really had no idea what I was doing last year. And I feel like I just have grown a lot.
When you look around at your teammate, do you see that same amount of growth with your teammates?
I do because we all like were in the game together and I feel like it all just like helped us grow more together.
What's going to be the key to this year's team finding success? What has to happen?
We have to keep each other up because it won't work unless we're all just like yelling at each other and not like pushing each other. I feel like if we keep each other in check, then we can keep going.
Who are some of the girls that have been impressive in the preseason?
Well, these ladies on the couch, and I also think that Emily and Ivy, because they all have improved so much, like during the past.
Coach mentioned a little bit of payback where you're trying to get back some of those teams that weren't so kind to you last year and maybe ran up the score a little bit. How much does that drive this team, or is it really just coming down to, hey, we want to be successful and we're going to do what it takes?
I feel like it really gives us like a motive to do a lot better and get back at the teams because of how like pushed around we were last year just because of how young we were.
All right, and what are your goals for the year, individually and for your team?
My goals this year are to keep my head high and try not to like let down. And for our team, I think we should just keep having fun and playing as well as we can.
All right. Well, good luck to you. Coach, back to you. You know, a season like last year could have gone either way. It could have pushed these girls to say, you know what, I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to be involved in basketball anymore. It wasn't fun. I didn't like getting beat on. But it sounds like your girls went the other way and they kind of embraced that and have kind of built off of that. Is that what you see?
Oh, definitely. Like I said before, this group of girls, you can call them underdogs, and I can just tell you that they're going to come out swinging. Um, they know what to expect from last year, having that experience underneath their belt. And yeah, they were pushed around, and they don't like that. So they know what to expect. And going into the season, they have that in the back of their heads of who pressed us all 4 quarters, who ran up the score, who did this and who did that. And I think that's motivation not only for our team, but I think it's motivation individually because they all want to get better and they all want to succeed. And that's something that I hope that all of these girls can accomplish. being successful individually and as a team. So I think it's great motivation for all of them. And like I said, they like to be called the underdogs for a reason because they're going to come out swinging.
Outstanding. All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate you and the ladies taking some time out of your day to preview the season. I wish you the best of luck this winter.
All right. Thanks so much, Steve.